Trump comes to California. Newscene was there, and we'll tell you how the response was.
Is it a hate crime or freedom of speech as the SU controversy grows between students and administration?
In entertainment, find out if Beyonce's lemonade was sour or sweet.
First round of the NFL draft is in the books. Find out who the new San Diego Chargers are.
Welcome to this week's edition of Newscene. I'm Vince Vangela.
And I'm Gabi Fernandez. Thank you for joining us. Last night, Donald Trump came to Costa Mesa, California, and held a rally at the Orange County Fairgrounds. We were there to witness an estimated crowd of 18,000 supporters. The campaign gave out free tickets on their website, and they sold out quickly. Many people, including ticket holders, were turned away. That didn't stop their feelings of hope and pride.
Trump is the man to pull our country back together again, because we're so off in the weeds. And we need to be strong America again in order to keep the world stable.
But some people didn't feel the same.
It's really hard to put into words because there's so many angry things to say about him. But the one thing is that he is not good for America. He says nothing but racist things. He's sexist. He gets his information wrong all the time.
Inside the rally, Donald Trump repeated his controversial stance on building a wall on the U.S.-Mexico border.
But we will build the wall. Mexico is going to pay for the wall.
Opinions on this issue remain divided. Even children wanted their voice to be heard.
I think building the wall is a very smart idea. I think we need to have boundaries in this country.
Anyone who would propose banning an entire group of people based on their religion, based on their countries of origin from the United States, is a racist.
Trump's next stop is in Fort Wayne, Indiana this Sunday. And last night, after the Donald Trump rally, hundreds of angry protesters lined the streets. The protesters were met with police in riot gear and other mounted on horseback. They jumped on police cars and other vehicles and tossed water bottles and other objects at the police. The Orange County Sheriff Department says about 20 people were arrested and there were no major injuries.
President Hirschman of San Diego State University was confronted by Muslim students who felt targeted. Maria Fani has the update. Maria?
Angry students at San Diego State are demanding an apology from the administration for a series of anti-Muslim banners posted on campus. It all started when posters originating from the David Horowitz Freedom Center listed a number of students and faculty names, accusing them of being allies with Palestinian terrorists and spreading anti-Semitism on campus.
Stand your ground. Don't move. Block the cop car. Don't let him go anywhere.
I do not need to defend my position for why I shouldn't be called a terrorist, for why my name shouldn't be put on a poster across campus.
President Hirschman acknowledged the names written on the posters, but stated that SDSU would still commit itself to protecting the freedom of expression. The students, however, felt that he is not doing enough to protect the rights of Muslim students. Hirschman agreed to meet with the students privately in hopes of solving this matter. We will update you as a story unfolds. Back to you, Gabby and Vince.
Thank you, Maria. The U.S. Border Patrol caused quite a stir at the City College Career Expo event. Among the different clubs and organizations who were part of the expo, there was one guest who wasn't welcomed by some students and faculty.
Undocumented, unafraid! And I'm here to speak on behalf of what's been going on and the fact that the administration still believes that it is okay to invite Border Patrol to come to our campus. They are not aware that by them being here, we
CBP and U.S. Customs is an agency that has been killing our people for over 92 years. It has enjoyed impunity,
A small group of student protesters chanted on megaphones stating that Border Patrol was the cause of the death of San Diego resident Anastasio Hernandez, also adding that they endorsed Donald Trump, supporting his stand on immigrants. The original event was a transfer career fair sponsored by Student Services. It was intended to offer opportunities for students looking for a job.
The results are in, and the new officers for the Associated Students government have been announced. Of all the elected positions, only one was contested. The Office of Public Events Coordinator was being sought by Samantha Ruiz and Mariana Longoria. On Wednesday, it was announced that Samantha Ruiz was the winner. She let us know what she did as events coordinator.
We would negotiate prices and stuff like that, like our taco trucks that come here for events, and just have like the Halloween events that we had, all of those things.
For each of the other offices, only one person ran, so victory was all but guaranteed. For the Senate, there was one official winner, while 7 other winners were write-in candidates. To see the results, go to the ASG page on the City College website.
Students from both sides of the border came together to share and experience their work in communication this past weekend. The Encuentro is a conference that's held every 2 years. This time, it was hosted by San Diego State University. USD professor Christine Moran talked about what she hopes students will take out of the conference.
And a lot of positive things that can happen. And I hope for the Mexican students, they are able to come and learn from the United States. So there's a lot of diversity and different ideas here too.
Faculty and professionals moderated panels and held workshops on topics covering everything from the impact on social media to script writing. The full story with more details will be on our Facebook and YouTube pages.
Graffiti, break-ins, theft, and bathroom rendezvous. These are just some of the situations taking place this semester in the new Media Center and Performing Arts building. We wanted to know what was really going on. What we found was eye-opening. Behind me is the C building here at San Diego City College. It's the home to Newscene and the television news department.
It's been a tough year for the C building this spring semester. Besides the thousands of dollars in thefts, people just can't seem to show it any respect. People have used the second-floor elevator as a bathroom, and the bathroom as a place to have a drink, as well as showing off their creative side. We were aware that this building, and specifically its upstairs men's bathroom, had a history. According to an October 2009 report by the City Times, 16 people were arrested in a cruising sting conducted by campus police. But we wanted to know if the activity was still going on. It didn't take much more than a quick search on Google to find out that our bathroom is still a hotspot of activity. It gets 3 out of 5 stars on websites like these, and the forum threads are added to a couple times a week. And now, since the recent remodel of the C building, users of the website are telling people that the second-floor bathroom isn't safe for cruising anymore, and that all the action is moved to the LRC library downstairs bathroom. And when we investigated to see if this was in fact true, the writing was literally on the wall. We asked some City College students how they felt about our bathrooms being used this way.
Yikes, that makes me not want to even set foot in the library at all. I had no idea that was going on our campus.
How sex? Really? That happened? That makes me want to not go to the bathroom anymore.
Campus police are aware of all of these issues and advise students to call them if they see anything suspicious. Chargers are pushing for a downtown register stadium vote. Alvaro will have more after the break.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Thank you. got a king?
Go fish! In your face! In your face!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Where am I going? There? Are we going to have a new Chargers stadium in downtown? Arish Marabe has the latest on this.
So earlier this week, the San Diego Chargers actually sent out their renderings of the possible stadium here in downtown, but they do need approximately 67,000 registered votes just to get on the San Diego ballot for it to go into votes. Showing support for the team, Chargers quarterback Phillip Rivers was out here trying to gather signatures alongside one of the all-time greats, LaDainian Tomlinson. Aside from the players, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell was here showing his support for the Chargers organization and their goal to build a $1.8 billion stadium facility. That could possibly be holding an NFL Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, or NFL draft in the upcoming years. With the new stadium on its way on the ballot, we also had some protesters out here, but not as many as we expected. Only one was accounted for today, and we'll see how he feels about it.
It's a sump that will only be used for private functions and only a few times during a year. That kind of usage is not the best usage for something downtown in the urban core.
But of course, we have plenty that were here for their support.
I think it's a good location, actually. It'll stimulate some business downtown and stuff. I think it's a good thing.
And with the big guns, LT tells the people of San Diego.
It's up to them now. They have the choice now, and they have the option to keep the Chargers here.
You heard it from the man himself. It's up to San Diego to put it in the ballot. For San Diego Newscene, I'm Arish Marabe.
There is a lot of mixed feelings about this new stadium. We will have to wait and see if it makes it on the ballot.
Merry draft days to you. Yesterday marked the start of the NFL Christmas for fans of all 32 teams. Alvaro, what do you have for us?
That is right. I am Alvaro Castillo, and this is our special NFL edition of sports. After a fiasco of trades and the first round behind us, let's take a look at the top 10 selections of the 2016 NFL Draft. With the first overall pick, and to no surprise, the Rams selected Cal Bear Jared Goff as he moves down the coast to Los Angeles. The Philadelphia Eagles selected quarterback Carson Wentz from North Dakota State University with the second pick. Did the Chargers trade or did they stay? We'll see that after the top 10. The first running back out the draft is Buckeye Ezekiel Elliott. As the fourth pick, he'll head to Jerry's World in Dallas. With the fifth pick, Jacksonville traveled down the road to Tallahassee as the Jaguars drafted defensive back Jalen Ramsey. The Baltimore Ravens with the sixth pick took the first offensive tackle off the board, Notre Dame Big Nasty, Ronnie Stanley. Former head Doug Chip Kelly and the 49ers called for DeForest Buckner. The Oregon defensive end went 7th overall. I guess Ducks do fly together. Together, the eighth pick was traded to Tennessee Titans, where they selected another Big Nasty themselves, Michigan State offensive tackle Jack Conklin, to protect last year's pick Marcus Mariota. After another trade, the Chicago Bears would select Bulldog Leonard Floyd, an outside linebacker from Georgia, while sophomore cornerback Eli Apple heads to the Big Apple himself thanks to the Giants, and that's the top 10 draft picks of 2016. The Ohio State University finished with 5 players selected in the beginning round. Now let's see who the Chargers picked.
The San Diego Chargers select Joey Bosa.
At 6'5", 269 pounds, Joey Bosa was the guy all along. No, he isn't a defensive back to replace Eric Weddle or a tackle to protect Phillip Rivers, but a big and fast defensive end. Bosa can play on the edge or inside, as well as a 3-point stance or 2-point stance. He's a deadly pass rusher with a quick hands to evade the blockers and a great run stuffer. Joey Bosa hails from the Ohio State University, where he won a national championship playing against some of the best in the nation. Going from a 4-3 technique to a 3-4, the question is, how will he be successful in this scheme? Bosa had his first talk with the San Diego media via Skype.
They're actually very similar. You're in base 70% of the time, so it really doesn't make much of a difference. My versatility, I think, is something that these teams liked, and they're going to find the best spot for me to help the team win.
The top draft story comes to us via Twitter just moments before the draft. Let's roll the clip.
I mean, like I said, somebody hacked my account. And, I was just preparing for the worst, man. Man, you can't trust everybody. Like I said, I don't know who did it. I don't know what happened. But like I said, I'm blessed.
That's Laramie Tunsil talking about the video that was posted on his verified Twitter account as he stepped into the green room at the draft. Slated to be the top pick, Tunsil missed out on a couple million as he slipped down the draft and ended up as a Dolphin being selected at number 13 by Miami. This past season, he began on suspension after accepting bribes and didn't finish due to injury and is currently being sued by his stepfather. It's been a rough go for this guy, but it's been said that somebody's trying to blackmail the Ole Miss tackle. That's all I have for you guys in sports. You guys could catch up with the NFL today at 4 p.m., the rounds 2 and 3, and tomorrow, rounds 4 through 7 at 9 a.m. If you want to watch that and keep up with the NFL draft, go ahead. I'm Alvaro Castillo. Thanks for watching sports, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Alvaro.
Definitely can't wait to watch the Chargers this next season.
With the sad passing of Prince and no will that is known, we'll see what's going to happen with his fortune. We have the latest coming up.
All right, good job, guys.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Google's parent company Alphabet has thousands of web developers, but soon it might be in need of real estate developers. In the coming weeks, top executives in Mountain View, California are working on the plan to take on a more ambitious new arena of city building. The aim is to bid on financially decaying cities and to transform it into a technologically integrated city, demonstrating various technologies such as autonomous vehicles. One key element of the plan is looking for a way to be independent from existing city regulations so it can be built without constraints that come with things such as like parking and or street design. Since the development of this scale typically requires a buy-in by third-party investors over a period of years or decades, it is unclear how this wide-scale plan will be funded.
Mental health is often a subject that is silent, but as John Sanders reports, there's a proposed new law looking to provide patients with help.
Sidney White is a vet and current student studying mental health. He understands that we are all in need of help at one point or another in our lives.
Because you'd be surprised just how just a little bit of counseling can go a long way to help somebody that's suffering from a mental illness, because many feel that nobody understands them.
Mental health isn't considered much compared to physical health because mentally your scars aren't visible. Therefore, one's physical appearance seems healthy, while inside they're at war with themselves.
I think it would be beneficial. I feel like a lot of family members are at the end of their rope. They don't know what to do.
Laura's Law is a California state law that allows for court-ordered assisted outpatient treatment for individuals who qualify for the program.
Yeah, mental illness is an issue that people kind of see taboo, and there's a stigma around it, and that's unfortunate because when you take care of your physical health, everyone goes to the gym. A lot of people go to the gym, work out, take care of their physical health, but no one is really talking or addressing their mental health, and that is part of your whole mind-body connectedness.
The thing about it, in the mental health field and even in ALDS field, what we learn is that if a person fits a certain criteria where they're a harm to themselves or harm to others, I feel that yes, it's okay to step in, because of course we don't want them to hurt themselves, and nor do we want them to hurt anyone else.
Check out the mental health office located here on campus at A221. John Sanders, Newscene.
A final decision on the bill becoming a law will take place later this year.
Daniel Wright has all the latest entertainment buzz. What's good in Hollywood, Danny?
Thank you, Vince. No golden casket. Rock royalty went out just as private and quiet as his legendary life. no long carcade parade. Prince Rogers Nelson was cremated in a private ceremony for about 20 family, friends, and musicians he jammed with over the past 4 decades. Statements from publicist Yvette Noel Schur read as follows. Prince remains has been cremated and their final storage will remain private. Schur did announce that there will be a more public, like flashy celebration musical type of thing for New York and Los Angeles on a later date. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famer and actor's cause of death remains unknown. And according to Minneapolis Associated Press, the superstar musician had no will. With only one full sibling, Tika Nelson immediately filed actions to manage Prince's business interests and his multi-million-dollar estate and recording studio at Paisley Park. If no will comes forward, then all of his siblings must agree and assess his assessments, and that could become complicated. The pop legend owned in Minnesota more than $27 million worth of real estate. He sold over 100 million albums and grossed about 250 million in performances over the decades. In what could be considered Jay-Z's 100th problem, Sasha again comes fierce with Lemonade. The short film music film made in a Moonwalker-style format visits all songs on Beyonce's album and takes us on a roller coaster of emotions, dropping subliminal shots about marital problems and infidelity. The 60-minute visual collaboration also shows the dark side of the sultry singer as she burns, vandalizes, and warns listeners what scorned lovers are capable of. If Lemonade is the one for the Formation Tour, this could be one of the greatest tours of all time. You can see Lemonade on HBO and Tidal. B will bring the Formation Tour to San Diego May 12th to Qualcomm. Tickets run from $25 to $280. Now, before you go splitting up their assets, Jay-Z and his wife were spotted together for the first time since Queen Bee released Lemonade. Jay appeared at the Formation Tour kickoff in Miami, where Beyonce thanked her, quote, beautiful husband, unquote, and closed the show dedicating Halo to the rap icon. The trailer for Snowden has been released. The movie, based on former CIA employee Edward Snowden, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, explains how and why the agent stole and then released proof that the United States government hacked into every cell phone, web camera, and email on every person of the planet. The drama thriller also stars Shailene Woodley and Nicolas Cage and is directed by Oliver Stone. Snowden is not yet rated. And Avengers Assemble for the trilogy to Captain America. Civil War, starring Chris Evans, dons the red, white, and blue once again, but this time his battle against the U.S. government and fellow Avengers, such as Iron Man, for pressures from political people saying that the destruction of property and things of that sort, they should be blamed for it and held accountable. So that set off the war between the superheroes. Captain America Civil War will open in theaters May 6th. Now, looking for something to do this weekend, hit up the Adams Avenue Street Fair. Adams Avenue community-driven musical is, if Normal Heights was the second largest, free concert for California. That's all we have for entertainment. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Danny.
A lot of great movies looks like they're coming out, and I can't wait to go to the Adams Street Fair.
That's good. No.
Well, stay tuned to find out how the weather will be this weekend in San Diego.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic. That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. HSF.net.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet. Dang it. Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
For your weekend plans, Brian Jeffries has your local and national forecast. Brian, what's happening?
Thanks a lot, Vince. Yeah, I have all your weekend weather updates. But before I tell you about that, I want to tell you about what's going on in the Midwest right now. They're having a real mess of weather going on. They've had tornadoes and severe weather with thunderstorms, even hail. As you can see in the video, it's been tearing through and knocking down trees, power lines. Over 16,000 people without power. The storm has pretty much gone through Texas, Nebraska, Arkansas, and it's still moving on to the east. As you can see in this national forecast, you'll see how the storm has moved on, and it will be moving into West Virginia, Little Rock, Tennessee, and even St. Louis. I'm having some technical difficulties right now, but don't worry, I still know what's going on. Matter of fact, let's just leave what's going on. Let's go to our live weather cam, showing you what's going on in your neck of the woods in San Diego. Out here in San Diego, it's not no crazy weather. Actually, it was about 62 earlier, but it picked up. We have a high about 70. And tonight, make sure you get your jackets out because it will get to about a high about 50. But rolling right along, I want to make sure that you know that you got to get out there early because tomorrow you might not have the opportunity to enjoy the sun. We got some weather coming in with thunderstorms, scattered thunderstorms. And over here on Sunday, you might get out of it, but it's still going to be cloudy, 70 degrees. Not your typical San Diego weather, but I'm sure we can make through this tough times you saw what's going on in the Midwest. But like I said, make sure you pack a jacket tonight, an umbrella for tomorrow. That's about all the time I have for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks a lot, Brian, for that forecast. Well, it was an amazing day at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park this week. A baby greater one-horned rhino named Anandi made her debut this week. Her name, which means joyful in Hindi, was let out with her mother for the first time this Wednesday. The baby rhino, whose species used to be widespread in Southeast Asia, is now only found in India and Nepal. There are only about 3,300 remaining in the wild, but this new rhino is definitely in our hearts.
Well, that's a beautiful rhino.
She's great. It was her first time out this week. She was born in February, but this was the first time they let her out with her mother.
Really? Why? What was that?
Well, they need them to sort of, I guess, build a bond together before they let the animal out.
No, that's really cute. We should go see
Yeah,
that rhino soon.
It's, the great thing is that she has an older brother that's about 2 years old that she got to play with for the first time and actually charged, and the older brother took to her and actually liked her, which the people at the safari park say is a good thing.
That's really nice. Well, it looks really cute and like there. Hopefully
we'll check it out. But
check it out.
Right now, Newscene is over. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you very much. See you next week.